the Opelco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching OSU Pregame with Brandon Chatmon. I'm Jenni Carlson. Our OSU Pregame is brought to you by Eskridge Lexus. Stop in and see them today. Brandon, a week ago, Oklahoma State loses to Nebraska, and physicality was a bit of an issue in that game. Is that going to be a problem come Saturday against K-State?
We'll find out. I'm sure the coaches will definitely address it this week in practice, just in terms of just playing a little bit more physical. They'll probably hit a little bit more. They'll probably wrap up a little bit more, because that's not what was happening against Nebraska. There were several times where they ran into defenders and defenders bounced off. They just struggled through the tackle. I mean, it took more than one guy on more than one occasion on Saturday, and that simply can't happen.
What do you chalk that up to? Because we hadn't really seen a tackling issue with this team before. Maybe it had been some other things defensively that you would have said that needs to be better, but this lack of tackling was really not seen in the first 6 games for the Cowboys.
Well, I think a big part of it was Taylor Martinez. He's just simply a special athlete. He's quick, he's fast, he has good moves. But at the same time, there were other guys who were breaking tackles too, and you can't have that. You can't have, I'm not going to call them average players, but you can't have players who aren't special players making special type plays. And I think a big part of it is just simply the fact that, as we've talked about before, the Cowboys are kind of young. So during practice, do you really want to get one of your starters knocked out, and the next thing you know, you're playing a freshman on defense? So that's something you have to weigh. That's something you have to think about, and I'm sure it's been part of the reason for the tackling woes on Saturday.
This K-State team, as Oklahoma State prepares to go on the road, this was a game, I think, in the preseason that a lot of people thought might be a bit of a toss-up game. How do you see this game coming out now, knowing what we know about Oklahoma State and knowing what we know about K-State?
I think it can be a pretty tough test for the Cowboys, just simply because K-State does have a solid running game, a really good running back. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys' offense going against K-State's defense, which I believe is like in the hundreds, out of 120 schools. So obviously, you got to like the Cowboys' chances of being able to put up some points and have some success. So while the Cowboys could go up to Manhattan and struggle a little bit, I don't envision them losing the football game.
All right, thanks, Brandon. Stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman. Remember, our OSU pregame is brought to you by Eskridge Lexus. Stop in and see them today.